How to make a lime mousse. It's a very simple dessert, it doesn't require too much ingredients, and it's very easy and fast to do. Limes, you need about 5 to 7, depending on the size of the lemon. You would need to fill a little cup of it. You would also need cookies. Then you would need cream cheese, a can of condensed milk, and another can of sweetened condensed milk. Now you would want to squeeze all the lemons into a little cup. After that, you grab your blender and you start pouring in the can of condensed milk and the can of sweetened condensed milk. Once that, you also put the cream cheese in the blender too. Do not add the lemon juice. That is another step, and do not add it. It's gonna ruin the entire recipe and it's going to make everything a mess. Once you have everything on the blender, you put it in, you start turning on the blender, you leave it for a little bit, and then slowly you start pouring in the lemon juice. You have to do it slowly, don't just add it to the blender because that's gonna make it a mess. The milk and the lemon, it's not gonna add up. So just do it slowly, take its time, and let it all blend. You grab the mix, you grab the blender, you grab the mix, you grab your pan, and now we're starting the process of actually making the dessert. After you grab all that, now we start the process of assembling it, which is kind of hard to explain, but it's kind of like lasagna. You put a bunch of the cookies, which is your first layer. Then you start pouring in the liquid. You just do a squiggly line across the pan, and then you grab something. Then you grab something and you start spreading it around, making it, it's a thin layer. You don't want it to be too much, but you don't want it to be too little that the mousse starts coming kind of dry, which is just gonna be cookies. Ignore the mess that I was doing. You kind of get it all over the place when you're trying to do this. So just ignore the mess. You're probably gonna make a mess too, so just ignore it. Leave it to the side. Make sure to put the mix in every corner. You have to put it all across it so it's a unified layer. As you see, you would want to put more mix. That's what you think it's needed. You don't need more. You already put a good part of it. Just spread it around. Don't put more mix in it. It's gonna make it all kind of watery. And we don't want it. We want the perfect mix of the dry cookies with the mix. There you go. Just spread it around and around and around. Thin unified layer. Then again, you put more cookies in there to make another layer, to just repeat the process over and over again. As you see, you're going to start running out of cookies just like me, so just make sure that you have a lot of cookies. Not just there, but on the side, just in case you run out of cookies. Then you have to go over and grab more cookies. And I had to do this process a bunch of times, so just have a lot of cookies. You would notice that I don't use the broken cookies. You can use the broken cookies. It's not necessary. It's just purely for visuals. Plus, I use the broken cookies later to decorate on top of it. Sometimes you would start to notice that you're not spreading the mix very good. So you're going to see that there's some spots where there is not enough mix. So you would have to put a layer that has way more than the other layers, so you can go over and start putting the mix in the spots that you missed. You might be tempted to use the entire mix. Do not do this. Sometimes there's a little bit mix left, You can do a little side dessert. You can just eat that yourself and you don't have to share with others. So you can do your big dessert and you can do your smaller dessert. Also, this is optional, but you can put cookies on top of it. That is what I do with the broken cookies. At the end, I just smash them, put a layer on top of it, and it just makes it look fancy. Kind of. It just gives something to look at. And there you have it. Your dessert. As I said, it's very easy to do. It's very fast. And now you know how to do a lime mousse with cookies.